Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the global economic recovery seems to be very bad news for the climate. But first, in the US, both equity and debt issuance has been enthusiastic in early 2021. The value of debt origination in the US reached a record $1.45 trillion for the month of March. 80% higher than for March 2020, which itself was 30% higher than March 2019. The debt binge isn't only just a Chinese thing. In Canada, housing starts for March were very strong, duplicating the trend higher we reported earlier for the US. They're up a massive 22% in March compared with the previous month, easily beating expectations and hitting a new record. And Japanese exports posted a 16% gain in March, the first double-digit rise in more than 3 years. It is another indication that a recovery in global trade is gaining in strength. And there was further improvement reported for Taiwanese consumer confidence in March, although it is not yet back to pre-pandemic levels. In China, the latest survey there is for February, done for the OECD, and this one is back higher than pre-pandemic levels. And in China, iron ore prices rose yet again yesterday, and coal prices held their new higher levels. Global steel demand is rising as the two largest economies are on an expansion track together. And China has seen the number of domestic air passenger trips recover to pre-pandemic levels in March as the country has largely put the COVID-19 outbreak behind it. The domestic tourism sector is now expecting a record number of tourist trips during the upcoming Labor Day holidays. And all this activity is causing some global leaders to issue warnings over the climate consequences. 2020 was one of the 3 hottest years on record, marked by wildfires, droughts, floods and melting glaciers, prompting the UN Secretary General to say the world stands on the verge of the abyss. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 1.60% and little changed. The price of gold starts today at $1,771 an ounce, and that's down just $6 since this time yesterday. And oil prices are also little changed at just under $63.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just over $66.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today at just under 71.8 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, we're little changed at 92.5 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're also unchanged at 59.6 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is just on 73.5. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.